Fans, hello and welcome out to a beautiful night for football here in the Rio Grande Valley. We have a great matchup coming your way. We have Mercedes taking on Sharyland. So we'll be starting our pregame here shortly. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back here on RealSportsLive.com.
Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing great, thanks. Well, coaches have a way of inspiring players to play above and beyond, and knowing both coaches from Mercedes and Sharyland, I would expect two.
So here in the RGB tonight, we have Mercedes and Sharyland. We'll go over some of their quick stats. And Mercedes coming in, they're looking at 165 yards in the air per game. They're looking at 113 yards rushing, 13 yards total for touchdowns, and tackles 91.3. Sacks are looking at 5, and interceptions they're looking at 4. So we're looking at a team that has an interesting time here. They've had some interesting gameplay this season. had a 19-16 over Edinburgh North. Then they went on to take on McCallum Rowe in a 48-19 to 0. Let's see here. And they took on Edinburgh, who they lost to 45-19. They played Sharyland Pioneer here at Sharyland, and that was a 35-12 game that the Tigers lost. And Mercedes took on Valley View last week. That gave them an averaging total of about 15.14 points per game. And you look at a team like this, and it's interesting to see where they stand in the district standings. We have those here.
I believe you missed the Edcal Chelsea.
And those district standings are it's Sharyland in first here, Pioneer in second after last week's Snakeskin Classic loss. Valley View dropped to third after that loss to Mercedes, so Mercedes doing a great job of dropping them from the number 1 team to the number 3 team here in this 582 region District 16 bracket. And let's talk a little bit about the field right now, what's going on down there. We have the coaches talking with their players right now. And it can only be wondered what they're currently.
Again, I would hope that the coaches are going over there. Come down, pay attention.
So they're basically going over the big things right now as they have about 30 minutes left on the clock. And fans, we had some technical difficulty there. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back here on RailSportsLive.com.
Supports our local economy. When you shop local, your money stays right here in the city of.
And we're back here on Real Sports Live. Getting ready for tonight's game. Should be a great matchup between these two teams. The video went off here, not sure why. We've been having difficulties with the video feed that we get here. Either way, we'll continue on to our game. And we'll try and get Mike Buck back on the phone. Mike, can you hear us?
Yes, yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on, we're having some technical difficulties. And fans, some technical difficulties there. We're trying to get that fixed here for you and trying to move forward. So we'll attempt to contact him another way. Hold on, give me a second. We'll take a quick commercial break.
Keeping you safe. The Edinburgh EDC, reminding you to love the locals.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets.
And there you can see the field, fans. It's beautiful, nice turf out there. We'll be bringing you all the action here on realsportslive.com. Our pregame had a couple difficulties tonight. We'll work on getting those fixed for tomorrow for our game of the week. And so let's go over tonight's stats. And tonight we're looking at we'll start with the, we want to thank some advertisers that we now have, some new advertisers that joined the team. And we want to remind you that you too can get involved and get a advertising slot here with us on realsportslive.com. There on your screen you have the available packages that we have for our advertisers. It's a great deal for anyone who is a business owner or has a small gig event that they do. We'll go over the packages here. We have package 1, which is your favorite team, $125 per month, $1,500 annually. That includes one team. We got pick 2, which is $200 per month, $2,400 annually. We got package 3, which is pick 4, $300 per month, $3,600 annually. That includes 4 schools. The corporate rate includes a whole county for $500 a month, $600 annually. Then we have all our games here on Real Sports Live, which turns out to about 7 football games per Friday night, with another 4 to 5 on Thursday nights and another 1 to 2 on Saturday nights. And that's $2,000. If you sign up for an annual commitment, we'll take a 5% discount off of the price. And if you sign up for an annual commitment with a prepay, we'll go ahead and take off another 10% of the price. So it is worth it to advertise here on realsportslive.com. Now we have our quick stats. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at our quick stats here. We have Mercedes with 165 yards in the air, 113.7 yards on the ground, 13 touchdowns, 91.3 tackles per game, sacks 5, interceptions 4. So that's how the Mercedes Tigers are coming into this game looking. They have a great chance here against the Sharyland Rattlers. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at Sharyland, who's coming in at 148.9 receiving yards per game, rushing yards 176.7, total touchdowns 24, tackles per game 80.3, sacks 15.0, interceptions 3. So that's what we're looking at from the Sharyland side of the ball. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the games played by Sharyland. We went over the games played by Mercedes earlier, and the games played by Sharyland this year. Sharyland's had a really good football year here at Richard Thompson Stadium. We have a 20-17 overtime win in week 1. Week 2, it was 21-27. They lost to McAllen Memorial. That was also an overtime game. Then we had Sharyland, who took a loss to La Jolla, 31-7. Their Brownsville Hannah lost to them 20-23. Sharyland took a win over Laredo Cigarroa here at home, 42-13. Sharyland also took a win on the road to Roma over with a 35-0 score. Then they took Edcal Chelsea here at home, 47-21. Sharyland took on their crosstown rival last week, Sharyland Pioneer, and that one came down to the final seconds on it. It came down to a field goal out there, ladies and gentlemen, and that was a 38-37 game that it came out to down there. It was a nail biter, and we'll go ahead and take a look. There you can see the cheerleaders coming onto the field for Sharyland. And we'll go ahead and go over the district info now. We'll go over games being played tonight within this district. And games being played tonight within this district, we're looking at Edcal Chelsea, who has a 2-6 record, Roma, who has a 2-5 record. Then we also have this game, Mercedes and Sharyland, 3-4, Mercedes coming in, Sharyland 5-3 coming in. Take a look at the standings in this district. Take a look at standings in this district. We're looking at 4-3 and 3-0 for Sharyland. Pioneer, we have a 2-0. Valley View, we have a 2-1. That puts them at third place after that one loss to Mercedes Tigers, who are in fourth at a 1-1, and Roma has a 1-2. So it's Sigaroa, who took 6th place in their district, 0-2, and Edcal Chelsea, who has yet to win a game this year, it looks like. There's 0-3. So that's how we're looking in the district. So we're looking at the district-wise like this, and it's been a great time for all these teams. All these teams having a interesting season. And we'll go ahead and look at the games coming up tomorrow here on RealSportsLive.com. And games coming up tomorrow, we have a Saturday 27th matchup of the who will place number 1 with the district that the Mission Patriots are in and the Pace Vikings are in. So we'll be covering that game live here on Real Sports Live. And let's go ahead and talk about games coming up next week here on Real Sports. Games coming up here next week on Real Sports, we're looking at Edinburgh Villa at Edinburgh. That's a 7 p.m. kickoff on Thursday, November 1st. We have a San Benito at Brownsville Veterans at 7 p.m. Brownsville Lopez at PSA Memorial. Mission at PSA on Friday. Edinburgh Economides at Edinburgh North. Harlingen at Harlingen South, formerly known as the Bird Bowl. Brownsville Hannah at Los Fresnos. Brownsville Pace at Brownsville Veterans. Roma at Sharyland Pioneer. And Donna at Brownsville Porter. So that's what we're looking at next week here on RealSportsLive.com. They're announcing the cheerleaders right now here on the field at Richard Thompson Stadium. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the weather before we get started with tonight's game. Weather-wise, we're looking at 75 degrees out there with the 58.7% dew, humidity of 56.4%. Today's sunrise was at 7:38 a.m. and the sunset was about 20 minutes ago. It was a beautiful sunset here at Richard Thompson Stadium. It feels like 75. We have a low of 63, so as the game tonight goes on, we'll be bringing you some more weather, and you'll be seeing how it changes the game tonight. We'll see if it affects either of the teams. This semi-cold weather that neither team is really used to playing in. Here in the Valley, we're used to the hundreds and 90s. 90 is usually our low here. So we're working on a colder than normal temperature of a game out here. And of course, you can't get through the last 2 weeks of October without talking about the World Series. World Series there, as you can see on your screen, Game 1 was all Red Sox. They took that one 8-4. Then the Red Sox came back on Game 2, and they took that one 4-2. Tonight will be Game 3, and that's on Fox. So for anyone interested in tuning into the World Series, this should be a great matchup. Tonight they're playing in LA, first game of the World Series to be played in LA for this year. LA also making it into the playoffs last year where they took on the Astros. The Astros taking the win over the Dodgers last year, and the Dodgers are hoping to not have a repeat of last year. We'll talk about volleyball. That's right, volleyball playoffs is here. And we have a seed placement game coming up tomorrow here on RealSportsLive.com. That'll be at 2 p.m. That'll be the second place seed game for the 6A region for District 30. Second place spot, as both the Bulldogs and the Warriors have been able to make it into the playoffs again for a playoff run. We'll have that coverage live for you here on Real Sports Live at 2 p.m., followed by the 7 p.m. first place game between the Mission Veterans and the Brownsville Pace Vikings. Now, we also have another game coming up here, volleyball-wise, on Real Sports Live, and that would be our by-district game coverage. So that's our by-district game coverage, and that one is on Tuesday, October 30th. That's going to be between Edinburgh High and Harlingen South. And remember, fans, when it comes to playoffs, UIL does charge us. So any advertisers who are interested in having Edinburgh or Harlingen South or any of their volleyball teams that they want to go on to the shown here on Real Sports Live, all advertising dollars go to allowing us to be able to showcase playoff games, regular games, and so we do want to thank our advertisers. Earlier you saw the packages available to you. We'll go ahead and show you those again real quick. And advertising-wise, fans, remember you can always sign up for an advertising package with us. If you're not sure if you'll like it, sign up for a month. See how good we can do for your business. We've helped a lot of local businesses to gain quite a lot of business within a short amount of time. So we can promise you that results are here on Real Sports. It's the only streaming network here in the Valley when it comes to live high school, semi-pro, and other sporting events here in the RGV. So there you go. One last look at the advertising. We do want to thank all our new sponsors. We got 3 new sponsors. We got Southern AC, we got Home Tree, and we got The Scoop. So drop by if you're in the mood for something tasty and sweet. Now let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back here on RealSportsLive.com.
Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch, 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
The bonds we create with our pets can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service, which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.
Monster, bring your ride and we'll make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. Interior wipe down, vacuum and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, number 1.
Hi, I'm Oscar Salinas, your school board member, and I'm here to wish all the staff at ECISD a glorious 2018. Thank you for everything that you do for our kids. You guys are tremendous. The ECISD family is one of the greatest families in the educational business, and thank you again. Wish you great luck. God bless you, and let's have a great 2018.
If you drive a truck, we're looking for you. Roland's Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record, and be able to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
You know, Dad didn't choose a grave.
What about cremation? No, I mean, the kids and Mom don't want a funeral. We still have a funeral.
Really?
Yeah, really. You mean like memorial service?
With music, a eulogy, pictures, everything?
How about this picture?
Sweetheart. Grandpa would love that.
Cremation options for your family by Memorial Funeral Home.
Trevino's Restaurant in Edinburgh, now serving quality, fresh, delicious food. Treat your taste buds and enjoy the relaxing atmosphere. Join us from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, Friday and Saturday until midnight. Trevino's.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the game. This is Sonny Palacios, Edinburgh's board member. Congratulations to the ECSD staff and faculty for the wonderful AA ratings with the TEA. Students, good luck on this year, and ECSD is the place to be.
For over 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Hello, I am Javier Salinas, your school board president. To all the teachers and staff at ECISD, we want to welcome you and have a great 2000. For all our students, create those memories and have fun. Go ECISD!
Children's Depot, the education station, is a Texas Rising Star 4-star facility which is the highest rating in quality care. A Texas school-ready facility with certified teachers and a pre-K partnership with Wesco ISD.
Children's Depot, the education station.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's bank.
Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular designs fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office.
The new location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast, so take advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Life is good when you're in a custom home built by Camino Real Builders. Right. Beautiful, spacious floor plans and unique touches you won't find anywhere else. Visit our website to see our model homes or bring your own ideas. Let us build your dream home.
There's lots to see and do in the Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Don't pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville. Before you have time to worry, get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
fans, Rattlers are out on the field, and so are the Mercedes Tigers. So both teams coming out on the field, getting ready for tonight's football game. It should be a nice matchup. Remember, due to UIL rules, Friday night games cannot be shown, but we are going to go ahead and show you up to kickoff, and then we will show you replays of games. So we'll show you up to kickoff, and then we'll show you up to the game. So both sides are going up to the midfield right now for the coin toss. Little mix-up on words there. And I'm guessing this is a large game. There are 2 video cameras out there. I'm guessing Channel 5 and Channel 4. Sharyland won the toss. They'll receive the ball. And fans, we will try to bring you the whole game, but again, there are some technical difficulties here at the stadium that cannot be fixed. They've been trying and trying, and it just seems unfixable at this point. But we will try to continue to get you highlights and footage of this game up to the point of the equipment not working on us again. But do rest assured that here on Real Sports Live, we strive for the best video work we can get. And that's also why we look for more advertisers so that we can bring on more video individuals to run cameras for us and work with us here on Real Sports Live. So it's almost kickoff. We're almost ready here at Richard Thompson Stadium. It'll be the Tigers taking on the Rattlers. Tigers, Rattlers, who will win? That's a big question here. After Tigers gave an upset to Valley View last week, question is, who has enough to get past this week? And fans, sorry to do this to you, but it's time to slate up. So, remember, UIL does require us to put these slates up when we're broadcasting Friday night games. It's not something that we want to do, it's something that's required of us. And it'll be the Rattlers who do a short pass, and he gets enough yardage for the first down, it looks like. He was met by a couple defenders, but he kept running and got right past them and didn't let that affect him at all. Rattlers snap the ball, and this will be a quarterback keep. And quarterback is being met by the Tigers. Tigers are keeping up with the Tigers keeping up with the Rattlers here. And Rattlers will get enough yardage for a first down on that play. So Rattlers gaining enough yardage for a first down on that play. And the Rattlers run this one forward for a short gain of about 3 yards on that play. So not a whole lot going on. Not a whole lot, but just enough. And Rattlers wait for the snap. Quarterback gets a snap, and he does a pass that was enough for first down yardage. In addition to that, the runner is able to come forward for about another 5 yards. So the quarterback threw a snap for about 10 yards on that one, and the receiver, once getting that ball, took another 5 yards, making it about a 15-yard play on that. And this will be a fake handoff. Quarterback will take this one up himself. That is quarterback Edgar Longoria. He was injured last week, left the field before the end of the game. They weren't sure if he would be back for this week, but it looks like he's back and he's ready to go. And they'll try and run this one up. They'll gain a couple yards. So Rattler's doing a great job of keeping the clock running and getting those first downs here at Richard Thompson Stadium. Longoria with the snap. He'll do a quick pass on that one. And the Rattlers gaining about 2 yards on that play as it went over to Ruben Davila, the wide receiver. So Davila on that play. And they look to bring this one up. Another couple of yards for the Rattlers. But on a football game like this, against someone who you've seen them unseed the first place team, you want to hold on to the ball as long as you can and run that clock. And Longoria doing a great job here of keeping that clock going. And it will be handed over to Solis. So Solis with the ball on that one. The halfback, Adrian Solis. And we have a injured player on the field early in the game. Looks like he will be able to get up of his own free will. Still down on the field. And he's able to get up and walk off the field of his own free will here in the Rio Grande Valley. And you can see the Rattlers there huddled with their coaching staff going over what to do here, as they don't have too many yards to go before a touchdown for the Rattlers. So they have to look at these plays and see, how do we keep the ball for a little bit longer, but yet get to the end zone. And Longoria will hold on to this one. He'll get past a couple defenders, and he will be taken down at the line of scrimmage. So he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Good job by Longoria of not losing any yardage there. It wasn't exactly what Sharyland had drawn up, but it wasn't something that they were completely against, as they didn't lose any yardage on that play. Flags all over the field. We'll find out here shortly what that flag was for. Referee's talking this one over. So repeat third down on that. Repeat third down after a false start. Rattlers having the ball on their own 15-yard line. Goes to the air. And was it caught in bounds is the question. It wasn't. I'll bring up a fourth down here, and that should bring on the field goal crew. So it looks like the Rattlers will have to settle this time for a field goal as they start tonight's game. Last week, it was a field goal that actually gave them the lead in the last seconds of that Snakeskin Classic, and this will be a field goal fake. As they'll go to the air, they're able to get a man, and they're able to get that caught. So they catch that one. Rattlers are able to come up with something going there. And take a look at this replay. Went to the air, and they found their man. But that won't count. That'll repeat the fourth down for the Rattlers, as that touchdown will not count due to a penalty against the Rattlers. So, Rattlers having a penalty on the third down. Now they have a penalty on the fourth down, having a difficult time getting into the end zone. Penalties are inflicting them. They're in the field goal position, and it looks like they will go for a full field goal this time. It's up. It's good. So it's up and it's good, ladies and gentlemen. And kick return, Mercedes Tigers bringing this one up. They get that one down to about the 15-yard line. And that ball will be spotted on the 12-yard line. So the Sharyland Rattlers trying to defend against the Tigers after the Tigers held them to only 3 points on the board. And the Rattlers doing a great job of keeping the Tigers where they were, not allowing any yardage. Flag on the play. And that flag will be against the Tigers on an illegal snap. So Tigers having a difficult time here. It seems to be all these penalties, both sides of the coin actually having a difficult time. And the Sharyland Rattlers are trying to get everything going here. Tigers need to either get 3 points on the board or kick the ball so that they're able to keep the Rattlers from being able to put anything else up on the board, as this one is a lead for the Rattlers right now. And Tigers look like they'll have to punt this ball away with 4:55 left to play here in the first quarter. And that ball will be flown right over the field, over the punter's head. So Rattlers will get this ball back on the 5-yard line, it looks like. Tigers kick this one. It goes down to about the 45-yard line, being brought up back down to the next 45-yard line. And they're bringing this one up. Rattlers with Longoria at the helm. Longoria looks. He finds an open man that will not get them back to the... That will get them back to the line of scrimmage on that pass. So Longoria trying to get them back to the line of scrimmage and the extra 10 yards for that first down. Longoria passes this one off. That'll go to the running back, Danny Escalera. And Rattlers are able to find enough room to get a first down going. Longoria hands this one off. It's enough for a first down and extra yards on that one. So enough for about 20 yards on that play. Nice first down there for the Rattlers. And Tigers take down the Rattlers at the line of scrimmage. Possible lossage of 1 yard. And that's what they'll say. They'll call it a 2nd and 11 here. Longoria with the ball, takes this one up, and that one is over to the left side. So Longoria pushes himself over to the left side, getting past defenders, allowing himself to have enough yardage to become closer to that first down, just shy of it. Last time Rattlers were here, the Tigers were able to hold them to only a field goal, and that was after a few penalties against the Rattlers. We'll see what the Rattlers are able to do here. Rattlers hand this one off. It'll be in, and for a touchdown. And there you can see the run. is up. It's good. That'll make it a 11-0 game. 12-0 game. We'll be right back here on Real Sports Live.
For your construction needs in the Rio Grande Valley, check out Hosanna Construction in Farr. Formerly known as Guzman Construction, Hosanna Construction can design and build your home or take care of your home improvements. 802 East 683 Farr, Texas, Hosanna Construction, formerly known as Guzman Construction. Call now for free consultations at 956-435-0381. Hosanna Construction, committed to serving you. Stop today at 523 Express Printing, 1 block from UTRGV in Edinburgh. For copies, school, marketing, or fundraising materials, it's the place for printing needs. Business cards, labels, invitations, letters, signs, banners, and more. Call 523 Express Printing today.
And we're back here on RealSportsLive.com. We are back here on RealSportsLive.com. Minute 42 left in the first quarter. Tigers get the ball at the 30. They'll call it a fair catch, and the receiver will run off the field with the football. And Tigers looking to get something going here. They'll gain about 5 yards. So a gain of 5 yards for the Tigers is they're trying to get anything going here as they're down by 12. 12-0 is our score in the first quarter with a minute 32 left. Tigers get the ball, and this one being brought up. The clock is running down to the end of the first quarter here, with the score being 12 Rattlers, 0 Tigers. Tigers with the ball right now. They're trying to get something going. And Rattlers, the Tigers hand that one over, but nowhere to go as the Rattlers wrap them up quickly. And it looks like they'll let the clock run down to the beginning of the second quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have celebrities here on the field. Give a big hand for the class reunion of 1954 to 1990. Those good-looking people on the north end. Wave over there, everybody. That's right. We're celebrating.
This week is homecoming for the Rattlers.
Give a big hand, ladies and gentlemen, still supporting Sharyland.
And Tigers kicking the ball as they start off the second quarter. So to start the second quarter, the Rattlers will kick the ball.
NLG Protection Service at this number here, 956-503-2004. NLG Protection Services, proud sponsor of Sharyland LSD.
And Rattlers bring this one up the right side. He's bringing this one down to the 40. He's wrapped up down at the 35-yard line. Looks like that's where they'll spot him on that play. After he was running this one up and he was taken down, wrapped up. Nothing he could do there. And Rattlers bringing this ball up. He'll get taken down by the Tigers quickly. Tigers wrapped him up quickly on that play. That's something that you have to give the Tigers. Their defense is actually one of the strongest in their district. Valley View, I haven't got a chance to look at them, but seeing as though they fell from number 1 to number 3 to Mercedes, it would say something about Mercedes' defense. And it'll be Longoria to the air. Looks for a open man. He found Tamez, the senior wide receiver, and he will catch that ball, but it'll be out of bounds. So Tamez, had he been a step or two backwards, he would have been able to take the Rattlers down to the 10-yard line. That's something that the Rattlers are looking to do here, get on the board, and not only get on the board as they've already put 12, but to continue to build a lead against the Tigers before they go into the halftime locker room. Bad snap on that one, that ball coming to the ground, and he throws that one over. He almost finds a man, and he'll get that one over to Hector Zavala. The senior halfback was the intended man, and Zavala just couldn't come up with the ball that time. So Zavala just could not come up with the ball. And Tigers get the ball, and they'll try and bring this one up. They'll get about 3 yards on that play. Not a whole lot going for the Tigers, but if you're the Tigers, every yard counts as you are down 12-0, so you're looking for anything that will change that storyline that will be written. And Tigers get the snap. He goes quickly to the air, and the Rattlers will wrap him up quickly. That will be Salvador Bruneda Jr., the senior defensive end, who wrapped up the short pass. He didn't let that one go anywhere once it was caught. Alegria goes to the air, and this one is taken away by the Rattlers. So Rattlers do a great job of stopping Alegria on that pass. He went for a long pass, and they just wouldn't give it to him. And ball is snapped back, falls on the ground. That will make it a dead ball. So a dead ball at the 24-yard line. Rattlers will get this one back at the 24-yard line after they tried to get this one back to their punter, but the snap didn't go high enough. Ended up falling on the ground and allowing for the Rattlers to be able to take the advantage of some good yardage. And to the air, it's caught for a touchdown. Caught for a touchdown on that one. That was Longoria to the air. He found his open man, and that's all she wrote. The man with the touchdown on that one, Gabriel Tamez, the senior wide receiver. And that would be all she wrote, folks. Making it 18-0. Kick is good, making it 19-0. So 19-0 here on RealSportsLive.com. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Visit Stars 5 and proud sponsor of Sharyland ISD, the legendary drive-in here in Mission. Stars Drive-In.
And we're back here on RealSportsLive.com. After that quick commercial break, 9:04 left to play here in the second quarter, with the Sharyland Rattlers on top at a 19-0 game. And it's up. And it's caught at the 5. He'll bring this one down to the 10, the 20, and about the 24-yard line before being taken down. So the Rattlers are able to take him down at about the 24-yard line. So that'll be a return of about 19 yards on that play. And if you're the Tigers, you're happy with the fact that you were able to get 19 yards off of that play, as you now trail 19-0, and you still try and get on the board. That's a difficult part of this entire game for them. Their defense has it. It's just offensively unable to get anything going yet. And taken down for a loss of about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So Rattlers wrap him up, and they'll take him down behind the line of scrimmage on that one. Tigers wait for the snap. Tigers get the snap. Tigers bringing this one up the middle, and he was almost wrapped up. He's able to get past one defender, but not before being taken down by another defender to his right. So he had a defender on his left, defender on the left, almost got him. He's able to get past that one, and he gets down to the defender on his right side, and the defender on his right side wrapped him right up at the line of scrimmage. So the Tigers are able to get back to the line of scrimmage after losing 5 yards on the previous play. And it'll be Tigers with the ball. They try for something here. He's able to get past the defenders who almost had him. He was able to slip loose of the defenders in the backfield and bring this one up for about a 2-yard gain. So it'll make it a 3rd and 8 here. About a 3rd and 8 here for the fourth down here. So 4th down here. Timeout Mercedes. So before they decide what to do here on the 4th down, they take a quick commercial break. So we'll go ahead and go to commercial. $7:19 left to play here. The Tigers having a 4th down. So they have an interesting choice here as to what they want to do. And it's up. And the Rattlers will get it on the 32-yard line after a nice Tiger bounce to the ball. So nice Tiger bounce to the ball. And Rattlers bring this one up for a 1st down. So Rattlers able to gain a 1st down here with a little under 7 minutes of play in the 2nd quarter. So far here in the 1st half, the Rattlers started with a field goal. That put 3 on the board for them. Then they went over to a touchdown, put another 6. And 2 more touchdowns, which got us to 19 here. And he throws that one across. They're able to get past a couple defenders, but the Tigers defensively are able to get something going on that play and take down the Rattlers before the Rattlers make it down to first down yardage. Rattlers have shown that all they need is one nice pass or a couple nice passes, and there they go again with another nice pass, and that will be Longoria down to Davila, the senior wide receiver, and the Rattlers keep this drive alive as a nice about 15-yard pass on that play gets the Rattlers down to the Tiger side of the field. And they'll try and bring this one up, and the Rattlers are able to bring this one right up the middle, right down to the 12-yard line. So they bring this one from the 30 down to the 12, and that will be what the Rattlers are able to draw up. Now, from here, they've been able to score a couple touchdowns, and the Tigers have also been able to hold them to a field goal, so we'll see what they're able to do now. And the Tigers are faked by the fake handoff as they'll go after who they thought the ball was with, and the Tigers assume that the ball was with Fernie Cardenas, the running back. Instead, the Rattlers doing enough to bring this one up the field. And Rattlers will take this one across the left side for a touchdown. So Rattlers taking this one across for the touchdown. And the point after kick is up, and it's good. 26-0 is our new score here at Richard Thompson Stadium. We'll take a quick commercial break. So 4:48 left here. 26-0 is our new score after the Rattlers are able to come up with a touchdown against the Tigers. And the Tigers will bring this one up from the 10. He gets this one down to the 30, down to the 37-yard line before being taken down by a gang of Rattlers. Tigers to the air, and they'll spot him behind the line of scrimmage. So a small loss of yardage there for the Tigers. If you add up the time that the Tigers have had the ball with the time that the Rattlers have had the ball, I would say that the time the Rattlers have had the ball would about triple what the Tigers have. So the Tigers look to extend their time of possession total in tonight's game. Nothing going for the Tigers. They're trying, but nothing has fallen their way yet. And Tigers to the air, almost intercepted. That was fourth and 7 coming up here for the Tigers. Their punting crew will come back out onto the field. The Tigers are unable to run even a minute off of the clock before ending up with a 3:20 and down 26. And kick is up. Down to the 30, and Tigers grab it at the 30 right before it falls out of bounds, as that one was taking a couple leaps down to the sideline. So that one took a couple leaps down to the sideline. To the air. Rattlers get this one down for first down yardage, and that will be Sanchez who took that one down for first down yardage for the Rattlers here with 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter. And Rattlers gained 5 yards on that running play, so that will be a 5-yard run in the book for Mauricio Sanchez, the junior halfback. So Sanchez is able to get another 5 yards in the book for the Rattlers and 5 on his record. And it looked like an early snap for the Tigers. It looked like the Tigers jumped offside. We'll find out here shortly from the referee what the penalty is. Five-yard penalty, first down. Rattlers have to try again here. That's Longoria down to a man, and that will be Longoria down to Cardenas, a senior running back who's able to get enough yardage for first down. You look at the Rattler program, and you're looking at a program that's had a long tradition of making it into the playoffs almost yearly. And Longoria to the air. He finds a man. take a look at this replay here. That was Longoria who found his man quickly. And that'll make it a 33-0 game here with 1:51 left in the second quarter. Tigers are having a very difficult time here getting on the board, it looked like. And we'll take a quick commercial break.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774.
And we're back here on Real Sports Live. 1:51 left. Kick is up. Down to the 30. Fair catch by the Tigers with 1:50 left here. And a 33-0 score here as the Tigers will start on the 33-yard line. So Tigers starting on the 33-yard line. '31-yard line. And the Tigers would give anything to trade that 31 for the 33 that the Rattlers have on the board. And Tigers will go down for about half a yard of a gain. Not a whole lot going there as the Rattlers are reading their plays just right tonight. And it'll be the Tiger quarterback looking for someone. He's able to find a man that will stay in bounds, and that will be Alex Rincon, the junior wide receiver who got that receiving. And they'll try to bring this one across. And they'll try and gain first down yardage, but it will not go. They'll fall just short of it with 48 seconds left to play here. And the Tigers look like they'll let the clock run down, except for they'll have to take a timeout before they go into the halftime locker room as the play clock ran out of time on them. Score of 33-0, 14 seconds left. 1954 to 1990 classes here. That's something that you really got to think, man.
Looks like some troublemakers in the back there with the signs. We do have security guard.
And so we're trying to get everything ready for y'all to go into the next quarter. Flag on the play here. Tigers get enough for a first down and a flag on the play with 9 seconds left. We'll see what that flag was. It looks like that'll be against the offense. That was a 10-yard penalty against the Tigers. Tigers are looking to get something going here, but it seems every time that they're able to get a play together, the penalties are the ones that are just killing them tonight. It's something that is really against both teams. The Rattlers have also had their difficulty. That's how they ended up with that field goal instead of a touchdown on the board to start off tonight's game. And Tigers will kick this one away. It'll go out of bounds. It will be caught by Longoria. So Longoria catching that ball. He wasn't on the field yet. That's the only reason why he didn't take off running for that touchdown. He caught it. He looked at. You saw him look over at the coach, sort of with that look of, do they know I'm not playing? The 4 seconds left here in the second quarter. 33-0 is our score, and the game is in halftime, ladies and gentlemen. So halftime here on RealSportsLive.com. Remember, we'll have the bands here, and we'll have all the halftime festivities here on RealSportsLive.com. We'll be right back.
Children's Depot, the education station, is a Texas Rising Star 4-star facility which is the highest rating in quality care. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pre-K3, Pre-K4 enrollment.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail, to give people personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex and Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Hino Gas is a proud supporter of Valley High School sports and academics. We encourage you to be prepared for the fall and winter season. Visit HinoGas.com to get your propane discount. At Hino Gas, we're here to help. Call us today.
The Edinburgh Economic Development Corporation supports our local economy. When you shop local, your money stays right here in the city of Edinburgh, creating jobs, paving streets, and keeping you safe. The Edinburgh EDC, reminding you to love the locals.
If you're looking for custom hats, shirts, or jackets, then you want Master Stitch. Custom embroidery and screen printing are what we do. Any logo or design, great quality at the right price. For shirts like this, it's Master Stitch. 2500 US 281 Edinburgh.
The bonds we create with our pets can be powerful. A man's best friend really isn't just about dogs, but about any animal companion that brings us joy and unconditional love. Losing a loved one is heart-wrenching, but losing a pet can be just as difficult. Unconditional love deserves unmatched service, which is why we offer pet services for those special pets that become a special part of the family. We serve all the members of your family.
Monster Car Wash has it all. Bring your ride and make it right. Save $5 on the Golden Monster Wash with your ticket stub. In-town vacuum and polish. Relax and grab a bite while we make your ride look new again. That's the good stuff. Monster Car Wash, #1.
Hi, I'm Oscar Salinas, your school board member, and I'm here to wish all the staff at ECISD a glorious 2018. Thank you for everything that you do for our kids. You guys are tremendous. The ECISD family is one of the greatest families in the educational business, and thank you again. Wish you great luck. God bless you, and let's have a great 2018.
If you drive a truck, we're looking for you. Roland's Transportation is now hiring non-CDL drivers for FedEx ground delivery routes. You must be 21 years or older, have 1+ year driving a 15-foot or larger box truck, have a clean background check, a clean driving record to provide a driving employment history. There are multiple open spots available. If you have what it takes to be part of our growing team, don't wait. Call, text, or email to apply today.
this close. This close. Of wanting to.
Making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Venecia, Mercedes Academic Heavy Virtual, Rafael Leon. Thank you for your attention. Have a safe trip home, and go Tigers! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sharyland High School student body, faculty, and administration welcome each and every one to our homecoming halftime ceremonies. Tonight, we honor the classes of 1979, 89, 99, and get this, 1969, and 2019. We also welcome all other classes gathered here tonight. The 1978-79 school year starts off with a flurry of activities. Classes, pep rallies, spirit ribbons, sales, practices, and of course, athletic events. The Rattlers were on the move. At one of the games, Brenda Havelka, Dan Townsend, and Ralph Parker were chosen as football sweethearts. Leading up to homecoming, the classes all met to select their princesses. The four young ladies were Araceli Ayala, Jennifer Habel, Brenda Havelka, and Marianne Villarreal. The student body chose Brenda Havelka as queen. At the season's end, Coach Steve Stark's Rattlers, 8 players were named to the all-district teams. Keeping SHS informed with the student-run newspaper, the Diamondback, and the Rattler Yearbook, 13 seniors were recognized by the faculty for their outstanding commendation and services to SHS. Representing the class of 1979 are Mrs. Mauricia Luera Hernandez and Mr. Ralph Parker. Escorting them this evening is Diamond Jaslyn Flores. Jazz is the daughter of Andy and Brenda Flores. Coach Bucky Rodriguez and his staff were in full press mode, preparing the Rattlers for Friday Night Lights. Yikes! New for 1989 was facing the full effects of House Bill 72, also known as No Pass, No Play. Studying and passing were a must. Inez Garcia and Nathan Jones were selected as football sweethearts, and later into the season, Debbie Gonzalez was crowned homecoming queen. The Rattlers ended their season as district runners-up, and volleyball team was declared district champs. Under the direction of Mr. Hugo Gonzalez and his assistants, the band marched 148 strong with two drum majors, 7 twirlers, and flag corps. The one-act play cast began their drive for a spot at the state contest. In the end, they made it all the way to Austin, where Tanya Dunbar was named Best Actress. The year came to a close with graduation ceremonies at Pan American University's Fine Arts Auditorium. Representing the class of 1989 is Mrs. Patty Gutierrez Cantu. Escorting her on the field was cheerleader Alyssa Garza. Alyssa is the daughter of Carlo and Lorianne Garza. Great things continue to happen at Sharyland High School, and 1999 was a record-setting year. Coach Marcy de la Fuente's football team had another successful season, and during a rainy halftime ceremony, Cindy Cavazos was crowned as homecoming queen. Luis Cantu and Claudia Rosas were named to the All-Valley cross-country teams, while the Lady Rattlers volleyball team were the regional quarterfinal champs. Their final match was the 5th loss during their entire season. Making their presence known their first year of competition were the Lady Rattlers soccer team. The boys soccer team had Ramon Hidrogo and Christian Arrasate named to the all-area team. Golf made history by advancing all 4 teams to the regional tournament, where the girls team, captained by Monica Guzman, made Valley history by making it to state. They won the bronze medal at state. In softball, Coach Paul Cruz was named all-area coach, along with 10 players who were named to the all-district team and 5 to all-area. Varsity track set so many school records and Valley best times, and yes, many of those records still stand today. John Bearden and Tricia Patton were named Mr. and Miss SHS, and UIL Academics reigned as district champs for 39 consecutive years. At the end of the year, a great era came to a close as our beloved Miss Penny McLeish retired after 42 years of teaching. Representing the Sharyland class of 1999 are Cindy Cavazos and A.C. Cáceres. Escorting them this evening is Diamond Leanne Divino. Leanne is the daughter of Isidro and Aidea Divino. During the summer of 2008, SHS got a much-needed facelift. Starting the 2009 school year, not only did the building look classy and updated, but the senior parking lot grew by 75 more spaces. Students could now buy lunch from Rattler Den, and the Red Barn was now just a fond memory. JROTC was the new program at SHS, and today it is known as one of the top programs in the Valley. The old VAO grade junior high was now known as Building 200. The football team went 10-3 at the 5A level, all the way to regional quarterfinalists. Selected to the All-State football team were Hunter Hall, Luis Guajardo, Nico Garcia, and Adriana Adame. At homecoming halftime, Janelle Rodriguez was crowned queen. In January, Lauren Guerra reigned as Queen Citriana, the 72nd, and Catherine Hinojosa was Princess of Orange Blossom. The mariachi program had finally arrived and has continued to grow. Golfer Abraham Anseth signed to play golf in college, and he graduated from the University of Oklahoma. He is presently on the PGA Tour. Adriana Adame and Emily Tall were voted as Mr. and Miss SHS. And just like that, the class of 2009 left their mark in the history of Sharyland High School. Representing the class of 2009 is Catherine Hinojosa, and the class of 1969, Nelda Trevino Perez and Bob Sherry. Escorting them this evening is cheerleader Ivana Barbarena. Ivana is the daughter of Luis and Isabel Barbarena. It is with great pleasure that we present now the 2018-2019 Sharyland High School Homecoming Court. Representing the senior class of 2022 is freshman Duchess Erin Requeñas. Erin is the daughter of Dan and Sheila Requeñas. Representing the senior class of 2021 is sophomore Duchess Jimena Chapa. Jimena is the daughter of Florentino and Yadira Chapa. Representing the senior class of 2020 is Junior Duchess Sofia Herrera. Sofia is the daughter of Carlos and Claudio Herrera. Presenting the 2019 Senior Court, they are Princess Heaven de Andar. Heaven is the daughter of Karen Espinosa and Orlando de Andar. Coach Craig Krell has the privilege of escorting Heaven this evening. Princess Ariana Gutierrez. She is the daughter of Jaime and Elizabeth Gutierrez. Mr. Gutierrez is proudly escorting Ariana tonight. Princess Diana Perez Flores. Diana is the daughter of Mario and Diana Perez. She's being escorted by her proud father. Princess Sky Perez. She is the daughter of Roberto and Vicky Perez. She's being accompanied by her dad this evening. Prince Eduardo Heredia. He is the son of Manuel and Albesa Heredia. Prince Edgar Longoria. He's the son of Arturo and Mirna Longoria. Prince Brandon Mireles. He's the son of Alberto and Diana Mireles. Gabriel Tames. He's the son of Jacinto and Margarita Tames. Please welcome to the field, Sharyland High School Principal, Miss Lorianne Garza, who will be crowning our new homecoming queen and king. The 2018-2019 Sharyland homecoming queen is, drum roll please, Ariana Gutierrez. The 2018-2019 Sharyland homecoming king is Gabriel Tames. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our homecoming ceremonies this evening. Thank you very much for your attendance.
Well, fans, there you have it. The 2018 Sharyland High School homecoming. And that's right, it was only live here on one place, realsportslive.com, the home for Rio Grande Valley sports. We'll be getting back to game action here within a few minutes, and I'll get the band off the field, and we'll get the football players on the field, and we'll be ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. So for now, go ahead and tune into our quick commercial.
Dad didn't choose a grave.
Cremation? No, I mean, the kids and mom don't want a funeral. Still have a funeral.
Really?
Not really. I mean, like, memorial service.
With music, eulogy, pictures, everything?
How about this picture?
Cremation offers for your family by Memorial Funeral Home.
Trevino's Restaurant in Edinburgh, now serving quality, fresh, delicious food. Treat your taste buds and enjoy the relaxing atmosphere. Join us from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, Friday and Saturday until midnight. Trevino's.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the game. This is Sonny Palacios, Edinburgh CISD board member. Congratulations to the ECISD staff and faculty for the AA ratings with the TEA. Students, good luck on this year, and ECISD is the place to be.
For 65 years, VTX1 Companies has called South Texas home. And that means more to us than just being in a community. It means being part of the community. Through the good times and the hard times, celebrating every triumph, and lending a helping hand whenever we can. From farm to city and neighbor to neighbor, VTX1 Companies is there, bringing friends, families, businesses, and communities closer together. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Hello, Javier Salinas, your school board president. To all the teachers and staff at ECISD, we want to welcome you and have a great 2018-2019 school year.
And fans, we're back here with game action. Fans, we're back here with game action on RealSportsLive.com of the Mercedes Tigers taking on the Sharyland Rattlers. It was Sharyland's homecoming here, and so far it looks like they'll win this game, 33-0. And Tigers having the ball. It looks like Sharyland stripped it from the Tigers. Tigers trying to fight this one back. Will they get the ball is the big question here. So who will come down with the ball is the big question here. And we'll let you see who the referees say get the ball. And they'll go ahead and keep that as a 2nd and 16 against the Tigers. So Tigers having a difficult time here tonight, but nothing that they can't come back from. And Tigers to the air. It was about 10 yards away from his closest receiver on that play. The Sharyland Rattlers had 3 defenders close to the ball that had a opportunity to intercept it, but it overthrew them too. Moon looking real weird tonight. Looks like someone took a bite out of the bottom of it. Tigers snap the ball. They'll go on a semi-short pass, and with Rincon, the junior wide receiver, having enough yardage on his run after catching the ball for a first down. To the air and caught. To the air and caught by Galindo, the senior wide receiver. Great job there by Galindo getting that pass from Aguirre. Aguirre throwing to Galindo and being able to get this one down to the end zone, close to the end zone. Ball is caught, and that will be a touchdown for the Mercedes Tigers. So Mercedes Tigers scoring a touchdown. And that'll put their first 6 on the board for the evening. So that'll put their first 6 on the board for the evening for the Tigers after the kick is good. That'll make it 7. So that'll put 7 on the board now. The Tigers getting their first point of the night. Moving forward, they have some ground to make up, but the Tigers have the team that might be able to make up that yardage. They came back and beat number 1 Valley View, and that was a large win for them. And that was last week. Let's see if they have enough to take down the new number 1, which is Sharyland, who would drop to number 2 below Sharyland Pioneer, their crosstown rival, who they played last week in this Snakeskin Classic. And Tigers kick the ball. This is taken down at the 10. It has a little bounce, came out of the receiver's hands, and the receiver's able to come up with it. Tigers look like they'll be able to take him down at the 30. No, he goes down to the 37-yard line, but there is a penalty flag down on the 25-yard line. So penalty flag on the play. We'll see what that does for the Tigers after the Tigers managed to get 7 on the board. Tigers managing to get 7 on the board here in the third quarter. Receiving block. So that will be against the Rattlers. So that'll be against the Rattlers on that one. And here come the Rattlers. Rattlers down to the 40, down to the 45 before being taken down. He was taken down by a defender behind him, dragged down. Showing the replay there, you can see him running up the field, and he gets slipped up by the Tigers. $9:55 left to play here in the third quarter. And they'll look for something here, down to the 40, down to the 45-yard line before being taken out of bounds. Ran that one on the close to the edge there, so that's why I had difficulty calling that one for you. It's about a 47-yard line on that run. So 47. And this one's coming up. He has this one down to the 20. He slipped up by the Tigers. Tigers doing a great job of defending against the Rattlers on that play. And let's see what happens here. This one is taken across the left side. It's into the end zone. So it's into the left side for the end zone. And the Rattlers will definitely answer back to the 7 points that the Tigers had put on and put their own 6-7 waiting on the kick. And And here we can see the kick. And it's no good. It'll be a 2-point conversion instead, and that will fall just short as the Tigers are able to take him down. So there you saw it, the only place where you'll see that 2-point conversion here on realsportslive.com. And band member of the week, Alejandro Garza. And getting some water there on your screen was the man who got those points, Danny Escalar. The man who answered back to the Tigers' 7 points on the board, making it 39-7, was Escalar. There you can see some fans on your screen, the band, all the great festivities out here at Richard Thompson Stadium on a Friday night. Nice, cool, crisp Friday night. Let's go ahead and take a look at that weather for you. That weather has us at 70 degrees out there tonight. Nice, cool 70 degrees with a 7-mile-per-hour wind and a 15-mile-per-hour gust. There you have it. And Tigers with the return down to the 10. Sorry, down to the 20. He's taken down at the 20. He wasn't able to run anywhere as the Sharyland Rattlers wrapped him up quickly. They weren't letting that one go anywhere after the Tigers were able to get 7 points last time. They don't want anything to do with the Tiger offense that will allow them to get down the field as the Rattlers and here's something that's been getting against the Tigers tonight is penalties, and that's another penalty that was called against them that will take them back. And as the Tigers are looking at this, you're trying to figure out, how do we get past tonight after a great win last week and go into week 10, where in week 10 we'll be taking on and they're lining up. Quarterback waits for the snap. Quarterback gets the snap. He takes it up the middle himself. He'll gain about 3 yards on that play. Not a whole lot going for him. So in the first quarter, it was Rattlers 12. Second quarter, Rattlers 21. Third quarter here, Mercedes 7. With the Rattlers answering with another 6 on the board after they went for a 2-point attempt conversion, and that was no good. And nice pass, enough for a first down and some, down to about the 30-yard line for the Tigers. Taking a look at next week for the Tigers, they got Laredo Figueroa, which puts them at, currently they're at third. Their loss will put them next to Valley View, tied with Valley View at 2-2. And Figueroa is still very last in their district, 7th. And they're taken down at the 20-yard line. So the Tigers are Lopez taken down on that Rattler great defensive play. And so we're looking at the Rattlers for next week. A possible win here could put them continuing at first place. And they would be taking on We'll get you that in a minute. The Tigers go to the air. They find a man. He's open. He's down to the 40, down to the 30, and he's taken down at the 32-yard line. Next week would be the last week for the Sharyland Rattlers, and they'll be away at Valley View as they'll take a bye week in week 11 here of Texas Valley football. And down to the 20-yard line. So Rattlers got their last game against Valley View next week. And that puts them in an interesting place, as that does put them at it'll be number 1 against number 4. And Tigers go back. He's just short of his intended man, which would have been Luevano. Luevano was the intended man for the Tigers. Sharyland takes on Valley View, and Mercedes takes on Figueroa, which is 7th in theirs. And we'll talk more about what's coming up after this play. And Tigers with the ball down at the 30, up to the air, down to the 18-yard line before being taken out of bounds with 6:28 left to play here in the third quarter. 39-7 is our score here. And it would be Mercedes, which will be tied with Valley View. Valley View, I believe, had an off week this week. They did. This week was their off week, so Mercedes will be tied with Valley View if they lose tonight's game in the district play for the 4th place slot. So I'm not sure in football if they play a seeding game or how that'll work. Tigers go to the air, and it's overthrown. They do. So Tigers will be teamed up with Valley View, and Valley View having that tough game against Sharyland next week. Let's take a look at what Mercedes has the rest of the 2018 season. And we'll take a look at that right after this play as the Tigers line up. They snap the ball over to the quarterback to the air, overthrown past his man, but there is a flag down on the play. We'll see what that flag is for here shortly. And they have Figueroa in week 10 and Roma in week 11. And Roma is currently 5th in the district. So if Valley View loses to Sharyland, to Sharyland, that'll put them in 5th with Roma. And that will put Mercedes in 4th, and only the top 4 teams make it. So the question is, will it be Mercedes or Roma, or Mercedes or Valley View that ends up in the playoffs for this 2018 postseason, as the Rattlers look to continue their opportunity to take and keep first place here. Crosstown rivals having 2nd place. So 1st and 2nd place here in the district are from Sharyland. And Tigers with the ball down at the 8-yard line. Quarterback waits for the snap. Quarterback gets a snap. He looks around. He takes this one down to the 10, down to the 2, it looks like, as he had a leaping bound over a Rattler defender on that play. So the Tigers leaping, and you can see that the player for the Rattlers is upset, yelling at the referee. Question is, was that the player who had his back jumped over? Either way, that won't get them down to the 2nd-yard line, as they do have another holding penalty against the Tigers that will take them back another 10 yards. So they'll end up down at the 15-yard line now. So the Tigers now down at the 15-yard line. It looks like the Rattlers are... They thought the Rattlers were calling a timeout. Rattler players were heading off to the sideline. Instead, they will not call that timeout, and the Tigers will have the ball. Tiger quarterback looks around. He's almost sacked. He's able to... It looked like he was going to be able to get that into the hands of his receiver, Marcus Garcia. But that play went in and out of the hands of the only man for the Tigers there. So in and out of the hands of the only man for the Tigers. And Tiger quarterback is waiting for the snap. He gets a snap to the air. Long pass, just short of his man. So just short of his intended receiver on that play, which was the Leroy Garcia, wide receiver, senior wide receiver for the Tigers. So just came up short of Garcia. And it will be Tigers who called the timeout here in the 3rd quarter. So Tigers calling a timeout here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a quick commercial break. We return more football here on RealSportsLive.com.
Visit CC's Pizza. Looking after the game, by the way, and now opening partners. Proud sponsor Sharyland ISD.
And have fun. Go ECISD!
Children's Depot, the education station, is a Texas Rising Star 4-star facility which is the highest rating in quality care. A Texas school-ready facility with certified teachers and a pre-K partnership with Wesco ISD. Children's Depot, the education station.
Lone Star National Bank is the #1 lender to small businesses in the Valley. For 35 years, we have invested in the health and well-being of our community. Lone Star National Bank. For 35 years, the Valley's bank.
Rattlers intercepting the ball here. And so the Tigers will take their offensive line off the field and have to put on their defensive line after that play. And both teams going to the sideline right now. We have an injured player down on the field from the Tigers. And what an interception there for the Rattlers. They got that one through the air, and the man ran through the defenders who were there. Defenders were essentially the offensive line became the defensive line there for a play. But they do train you for stuff like that when you're in football camps. They tell you that at any given time you can become a defensive man even if you're on the offensive line. So they here at Sharyland they had a beautiful halftime. They went through the past. I think they went back to 55 when they first opened, and they talked about what happened in every year, and it was just a amazing. Really made you think about history and how much history this field has here. Of course, it's gone under many renovations, but at the very base level, this is still the same place. And we're ready to go here with more action on RealSportsLive.com of tonight's football game. And Rattlers starting this one from inside the end zone down to the 5, down to about the 7 before being taken out of bounds. And that'll be Longoria for the Rattlers who ran that one. So a quarterback keep on that play. Quarterback keep that worked out fairly well for the Rattlers. They were in the end zone. They were able to get that one out. And it looked like they were going to have the Tigers jump early, but that won't be called, and the Rattlers will get down to about a yard short of a first down here. So Rattlers coming up just short of the first down. They started this drive inside the end zone. And Rattlers get the snap. That's Longoria up the middle, down to the 20, down to the 30, down to the 35, 40, 45, 47 before running out of bounds. So Longoria runs out of bounds and gets tripped up after he's out of bounds in the Mercedes Tigers player area. Ball down to the 47-yard line for the Rattlers after a nice long run. So Longoria doing a lot of keeping tonight, but he's able to make those quarterback keeps really count for the Rattlers. And they do a handoff, and the Tigers read that play. That'll keep the line of scrimmage with the down, so it will be a gain of nothing on there. Gain of no yards on that play. And Rattlers with the ball. They will keep it with Longoria. Longoria gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage by a crowd of Tiger defenders there who were ready for the running play that it looked like the Rattlers had drawn up, and the Tigers reading that play perfectly. And Rattlers with the snap. He waits for the snap, gets the snap. Longoria looks, he takes a couple steps himself before what looked like a pass over to his intended receiver, which would have been Gabriel Tamez. it could be mistaken for a intentional grounding, but he did have a man in front of that ball, so that's a Sharyland down that won't count. Longoria unable to get anything going there for the Rattlers. And Tigers will jump early, and this would have been a free play for the Rattlers, but the Rattlers will not have that ball fall into the hands of the intended receiver. But they'll still gain yardage. They'll gain 5 yards on a penalty that was against Angel Medrano, the defensive lineman for the Tigers. So the Rattlers coming up with a 4th and 5 here. Longoria waits for the snap. And instead they'll kick this one off, so they'll go ahead and do a punt kick, and the Rattlers aren't able to return this anywhere as they caught it down at the 18-yard line, and he was caught by a lot of Rattlers right there in front of him. So the Rattlers doing a great job of holding off the Tigers after being forced to punt the ball away. And it's a fumble on the play. Rattlers will come up with the fumble. So Rattlers come up with the fumble. Let's take a look at that fumble here. And the Rattlers were just able to come up with it. So Rattlers just came up with that one perfectly. So if you're the Rattlers, this is what you're doing. You've punted away the ball once, and on that punt, you force your opponent, the Tigers, to not be able to return that to anywhere. And on the following play, you force a fumble, giving you the ball back down at the 25-yard line. So you've thus given yourself a advantage that you didn't have before, because before you were down at the 40, so you gained yourself about 20 yards on a kick, and basically a defensive play that came together for the Rattlers. And Rattlers wait for the ball. He does a fake pump and he throws it to the air. He was trying to get over to Hector Zavala, the senior halfback, but that ball was just short of Zavala's hands as the Tigers had Zavala all wrapped up. And here come the Rattlers down the right side, down to the 30, so they get that one up to about the line of scrimmage here. So about the line of scrimmage here, not a whole lot going on for the Rattlers after they got that ball back after that fumble from the Tigers. So they got the fumble from the Tigers, and they weren't able to get a whole lot going after that. Rattlers with the ball. He's almost sacked. He's able to get this into the hands of a man, down to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10, down to the end zone for a touchdown for the Rattlers. So a touchdown for the Rattlers on that play. Take a look here at this replay. It was Longoria who went to the air, and he found his man quickly. His intended receiver on that one was Andres Bonilla. And Bonilla caught that ball. Bonilla caught that ball, and the Rattlers take another 6 on the board. And it looks like the Tigers are able to stop the Rattlers from being able to get a point after attempt, and they are. That'll make it a 45-7 game here. So now the Tigers are down by 38 points. So Tigers are down by 38 points. They're trying to come back on this one. We'll see what they're able to do. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Elevate your space in decorative wall panels from Sinlu. Our modular designs fits any size room. Choose from a wide variety of textures and finishes. Artisans handcraft your new wall panels using our exclusive process and materials. Call Sinlu now to beautify your home or office.
The new location for Children's Depot in Wesco is a third facility within our family offering high-quality education and infant care. Classrooms are filling fast. Advantage of open enrollment today. School readiness curriculum, including science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Children's Depot, the education station.
Life is good when you're in a custom home built by Camino Real Builders. Luxury living, beautiful, spacious floor plans, and unique touches you won't find anywhere else. Visit our website to see our model homes or bring your own ideas. Let us build your dream home.
There's lots to see and do Rio Grande Valley. If this means the world to you, trust your vision to Gulf Coast Eye Institute. For over 25 years, we've served patients with comprehensive care using the latest technology. Our team of doctors cover a wide spectrum of eye care specialties with locations across South Texas for your convenience, and always treat you with compassionate care. We want you to keep seeing and doing everything South Texas has to offer. Gulf Coast Eye Institute, your world, your vision.
Don't pass up the savings at me.
And it'll be a first down. So first down here. With a minute and 55 seconds left to play here in the third quarter at Richard Thompson Stadium in week 9 of high school football. We've had all weeks of high school football here on Real Sports Live, with live audio on Friday nights, live video coming out an hour after, and live video of everything after that. And here come the Tigers. They get this one up to the line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot going after that, though. It's a 1:13 left here in the third quarter. It's a 45-7 game. PSA 28, Porter 26. Harlingen 19, Los Fresnos 0. That's a final on that game, folks. And Tiger quarterback's able to get out of a bad situation and run it down for a first down. So I'd call that a good situation from a bad one. And the Tigers are trying to get something going here. Other finals, Brownsville St. Joseph 28, San Antonio Christian 13, La Feria 42, Gruya 21 here in the fourth quarter. Santa Rosa 47, Taft 22 in the third quarter. Donna 23, Rio Grande 21 in the fourth quarter there. And that one just short of the intended receiver. It looked like there was an opportunity there for the Rattlers to intercept that ball. It is now 48 in the 48-0 with the Raymondville Cats on top of the Port Isabel Tarpons. And the Rattlers take down the Tigers behind the line of scrimmage on that run. Weslaco East 31 and Economidi 0 in the fourth quarter. And those are our scores here with our games on realsportslive.com. Again, fans, we want to remind you that tomorrow we have a few games coming up. We have our seed placement game. So we have a seed placement game coming up here on realsportslive.com. It's the Nicky Rowe Warriors taking on the Mackay Bulldogs for the second place seed in the volleyball playoffs. So we'll have that for you live here on realsportslive.com. So we'll have that action here for you on realsportslive.com. Also, there's a second place seed up for grabs in the Mission Veterans and Brownsville Pace district. So we'll see how that seed goes. We have both of those games to figure out who fits where. Tomorrow, the volleyball one starts at 2, and our football action starts at 7. And that will be our Saturday game of the week. We'll have multiple camera angles from there, and we'll have a whole lot of good stuff going on from Sam's Stadium. 11:55 left to play here. The Tigers get a nice passing play down to the 8-yard line, so they'll get the ball at the 8-yard line continuing on. And we'll see what the Tigers are able to get going here. Trying to put another 7 on the board. Having difficulty with that. Timeout called. Let's talk about what else we have coming your way on Real Sports Live. We have our games coming up next week, ladies and gentlemen. We have our games coming up next week. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have there. We have on Thursday, Edinburgh Villa at Edinburgh, San Benito at Brownsville Rivera, Brownsville Lopez at PSA Memorial, Mission at PSA A. Then our Friday games are Mission at PSA A, Edinburgh Economides at Edinburgh North, Harlingen versus Harlingen South, formerly known as the Bird Bowl, Brownsville Hannah at Los Fresnos, 7:30 p.m., Brownsville Pace at Brownsville Veterans, Roma at Sharyland Pioneer, and Donna at Brownsville Porter. That's what we're looking at next week coming up here on RealSportsLive.com. The Tigers are at the 8-yard line. They go to the air, super far pass. That one was thrown to the right corner of the end zone and no man there, so I'm not sure who the intended receiver on that play was, but he overthrew whoever he was going for. And Tigers trying to get something going here. Quarterback to the air on a short pass that would have been in the end zone. He overthrew his man. Ball ended up going all the way to the end of the end zone. Left middle, back of the end zone. And tomorrow on our football pregame show, we'll have Mike Buck talking over with Joe Bowling. So Mike Buck and Joe Bowling tomorrow. Touchdown Tigers. Fourth down Tigers. Fourth down Tigers. And Tigers are sacked on a fourth down, so the Sharyland Rattlers will get the ball back at the 20-yard line. Rattlers get the ball back at the 20-yard line. Fans, we do want to tell you that we've done every game from Sam Stadium from week 1. So we were unable to make it there this week for tonight's game. We'll be there for tomorrow's game. We do show love for every city in the Rio Grande Valley. And so the Rattlers will take over on the 20-yard line. Interesting place for the Rattlers to be taking over. The Rattlers have been able to hold the Tigers pretty close here on tonight's game. As every time the Tigers would get something going, the Rattlers would go ahead and shut that down, making it a 45-7 game here. So it's 45-7 game here. 10:40 to play. Goes to the air, finds a man, and the man is just short of the touchdown. So they find a man, but he's just short of the touchdown. $10:22 left to play here. It looks like our video feed may have gone out. We do want to apologize to all our fans if that's the case. We do our best to get every game on the best that we can. And there's just certain technical difficulties that we can't always fix in time. And that's a short pass for Sharyland, about 4 yards. Oh, that one will fall incomplete. It was kind of hard to see from where I'm sitting, but we do have the monitor here, and we want to.
You guys know where Mr. Neely's at, the commentator? Sorry, thank you.
And so we do have the monitor here. We want to tell you, be sure to read their story tomorrow morning in the monitor. I have their, and that's a short pass. He's wrapped up. Not a whole lot going there. I have the I think it's $10 a month package, and that gets me everything every day on my phone, and Sundays for the coupons at home. So Rattler's looking, trying to get something going here. They'll do a nice punt down to the 40. It was down to the 42-yard line. Man caught the ball, came back about 4 yards, ended up on the 38-yard line. So he caught the ball, came back a couple yards, called it a fair catch, and that will put the ball at the 40-yard line for the Tigers with 9 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter on RealSportsLive.com. Now Tigers with the ball. Quarterback gets a snap. He goes to the air. He just falls short of his man. The ball falls in and out of the hands of his intended receiver on that one. Second and 10 will come up here. So second and 10 here for the Rattlers. And for the Tigers get this one down to a first down, and he's able to get first down yardage plus 5, putting it down at the 45-yard line. So a little bit past the 45-yard line is where they'll go ahead and spot that ball. And there will be no Week 11 game here at Richard Thompson Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, as the Pioneer Diamondbacks have their, and quarterback goes to the air for the Tigers, and it's short. It just falls on the 30-yard line. The only thing around there was a crowd of defenders of Rattlers. So the Ed Couch Elsa Jackets have a game against Pioneer. That's their Week 11 game for Pioneer, and that's at Ed Couch Elsa. Next week, they'll play Roma here. And they take this one to the air, and the Tigers are able to get a first down, so enough yardage for a first down on that one. And remember, the Rattlers will have a bye week on Week 11, so no game here at Richard Thompson Stadium. Our last game here of regular season will be the Rattlers and the Diamondbacks and the Roma Gladiators, and they'll take him down at the 30-yard line. So they take him down at the 30-yard line with 8 minutes left to play. Second and 14 is what's coming up here for the Tigers. Tigers still trying to get something going here in the fourth quarter. They managed to put 7 points on the board in the third quarter, and that was quickly answered by the Rattlers with another 6 as they went for a 2-point conversion after that, and that didn't fall out the way that they wanted to. Quarterback goes to the air, long pass, no receiver there, so that'll be an incomplete pass, bringing up a 3rd and 14 for the Mercedes Tigers. So 3rd and 14 for the Tigers. Quarterback takes a snap. He does a quick pass. He's able to find a receiver, and it looks like his receiver was able to get 4th down coming up here. It looked like he had caught it in bounds. He was just out of bounds when catching that ball. And it will bring up a 4th down here for the Mercedes Tigers. Mercedes has the ball to the air, and they find an open man that's able to get them back to about the line of scrimmage. So Mercedes still has 10 yards to go here. And that will be all that she wrote on that drive for the Mercedes Tigers, as that will end up with a 1st down for the Sharyland Rattlers on the Rattler 28-yard line. So ball ends up here on the Rattler 28-yard line. 7:14 left to play. And Rattlers looking around. They're unable to get anything going here. 7:07 is all we have on the board here. Remember, folks, one more game here next week. That's Sharyland Pioneer versus Roma. And then Richard Thompson Stadium will get a rest for week 11. Rattlers in 1st place. Diamondbacks in 2nd place. Valley View in 3rd place. Tigers in 4th place. And here come the Rattlers. They're able to bring this one up for about a 7-yard run on that play. So about a 7-yard run that was successfully enough for the Rattlers to get something going here. So the Rattlers are having a really good time of being able to keep the ball when needed and throw it away when they have to. And even when they throw it away, they manage to come back and get the ball almost every single time. They've punted away the ball once, and they ended up taking that one from the Tigers. And on this play, here come the Rattlers. Rattlers bringing this one all the way up for 1st down yardage, plus another 15 yards on the play down to the 50-yard line. So ball down to the 50-yard line for the Rattlers. So ball is now at midfield. And pump fake, it's enough to get the Rattlers down to 1st down yardage. So the Rattlers will come up with the 1st down as they did fake out the Tigers. And the Tigers thought that the ball was actually headed for the with the quarterback, as the quarterback did a great job of doing a fake play on there. So Rattlers with the ball now down on the 30-yard line. And this one goes, it falls behind the line of scrimmage on a bad snap and ends up with a ball now on the 35-yard line. So 2nd and 15 coming up here for the Rattlers. Rattlers losing some yardage on that previous play. Not exactly what they were looking for, but they'll take what they can get, as the Rattlers already put 45 up on the board. Now they're looking at their next week opponent. In this type of game, you're looking at it and you start thinking about next week as a coach. And here come the Rattlers. There will be a flag on the play at the beginning of the play. Let's see what that will be against. And that will be a penalty against the Rattlers. So penalty assessed against the Rattlers on that play. So Rattlers will now have the ball down on the 42-yard line. So they started this drive down on the 30-yard line. They've now come back 10 yards. And they're having a difficult time being able to get something going here with this one. But they make up for that loss of yardage here on one long running play that made it down to the line of scrimmage for the Rattlers. So all the yardage that they were short, that they had lost due to penalties, they make that back quickly with 2:53 left to play here in the fourth quarter. And the Rattlers having the lead still. So Rattlers having the ball. They look for a fake play, and that's down to about the 10-yard line. So a great play there by the Rattlers. And so Rattlers having the ball on the 20-yard line. They'll try and get something going here. Try and get another score on the board before the end of the game. And they'll run this one up the middle. They're able to gain about 5 yards on that play. So a gain of about 5 yards. Not a whole lot, but enough to be able to continue running those type of plays, as they are working. So those type of plays are working in this situation tonight. So it'll be Rattlers with the ball. Ball is on the 10-yard line now. Rattlers trying to figure something out here. And they'll go ahead and take a knee. So Rattlers go ahead and take a knee on that one. So Rattlers taking a knee. This may be the end of tonight's game here at Richard Thompson Stadium, as the Rattlers are taking a knee. So that may mean that they are done for the evening, and they'll take another knee. So yes, that will be tonight's game. So the teams are lining up. 30 seconds left here at Richard Thompson Stadium. We want to thank everyone who joined us tonight on RealSportsLive.com. We plan on having you with us tomorrow as we do the #1 place for the Mission Veterans and Brownsville Pace Vikings, and that's at 7 p.m. That's a football matchup there. And we have a volleyball seed for playoffs, which is the Mackay Bulldogs at home taking on the Nicky Rowe Warriors. So we'll go ahead and end this broadcast tonight. Well, you win some, you lose some, and that's how the game's played. We'll see you real soon.